I want the money to be mine. I don't want it to be my parents. I want the money to be mine, which I spent. And when I realized this, I realized that okay, the stuff that the school is teaching me doesn't tell me how to make money or even
Mm-hmm.
how to manage the money that I make. So I
Mm-hmm.
basically realized the stuff that school's teaching me is not really valuable to me.
Yes, yes.
I'm not going to use it ever in my life.
So let's talk about your journey. Like, when did you start? You're 16, right? Almost 16 right now.
No, no, I have turned 16.
Okay, you're turned 16.
Yeah.
First, congratulations on that. So, so when did you start? And I'm not talking about just about drop shipping side of it. Like, like just
Sorry,
yes.
6 years ago when I was 10.
So when you were 10 and you started it, and
Yeah,
let's, if I can talk about from that point to now,
yeah.
if you can take a number and if you're okay with it, you can take a number. How much have you earned till now?
So
In round figures also.
I cannot take a number. That's not
Okay.
possible for me because
Okay. Roundabout?
most money was in partnerships. Most of the money was in NDA agreements. But what I can say is that it's in higher six figures to smaller seven figures, Indian
Okay.
rupees.
Okay.
That should give you a pretty good idea.
Yes, pretty much. It's okay to not to tell the numbers because like
Yeah,
there are many people like other people involved also.
yeah,
So let's talk about your story. Why did you actually start? Because what was your mindset at that point? Why, like a 10-year-old person
yeah,
would be would be fooling around girls, like, right?
yeah.
So what was your mindset? What made you start? So,
I just understood. See, I am a very money-minded person. I love money.
you
And
know that now. You know that now. But if I
no,
am talking
I
about
knew it
10-year-old,
since I was 10. I knew it
okay,
since I was 10. See, in family, I saw money and I realized that wow, money is great.
okay.
I want it. And I want the money to be mine. I don't want it to be my parents. I want the money to be mine, which I spent. And when I realized this, I realized that okay, the stuff that the school is teaching me doesn't tell me how to make money or even
Mm-hmm.
how to manage the money that I make. So I
Mm-hmm.
basically realized the stuff that school's teaching me is not really valuable to me.
Yes, yes,
I'm not going to use it ever in my life. Like I still
yes,
don't care. Nobody cares
yes,
who was Akbar,
yes,
what
yes. That's a fact.
stuff. Yeah. So
That's
I just left
yes.
regular school. I don't. It's been 6 years since I went to school. I I went on Google. Google was still there. I went
Okay.
on. I realized what are the ways that I can make money. I
Mm-hmm.
contacted a lot of people that internships and stuff. But obviously, no
Mm-hmm.
one will hire a 10-year-old. That's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So I went. What I realized was that I can still work. I just can't
Mm-hmm.
work by going in front of people because a 10-year-old you can see that okay he's a 10-year-old.
Yes,
Started
yes.
freelancing because in freelancing you don't see me.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, and I
You're
freelance.
you're you're texting someone who seems
Yeah,
to be a bigger person. You can create IDs. Everybody's been
exactly.
creating Facebook IDs as a
Yeah,
18-year-old or a
yeah.
15-year-old or 13-year-old
So
person.
no one
So
ever who hired me asked for my age because they realized that he'll at least be 20, 21
mm,
because I was freelancing with good skills. So it never really mattered.
I think we have talked about this before, but it has a lot of impact on you. As I can see, we have talked about, like, listening to Gary Vee and being in, like, all of that.
Hmm.
So actually you started out freelancing when you were 10, but before that, how did you actually realize it? Because like listening to people, because these things are not gonna work, and because our parents are normally telling us, okay, go study, earn money, that's it. Like
Yeah,
that's how, right?
yeah.
So how did you actually, you get into listening those kind of YouTube videos, you get into listening those kind of people, you've been in those kind of people, like how was your environment back then?
So at that point of time, there was no one who like Gary Vee didn't exist. I was not on Instagram, not on Facebook. That stuff was not there. No, there was no one to tell me that okay, these are the ways that you can make money,
Mhm.
and this is why you should make money. There was no one. And
Okay.
obviously, parents don't expect you at 10 to make money. They just want you to
Yes.
study.
Yes.
And my parents never even asked me for good grades. They just wanted me to be chill for some time because I was just 10.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized it myself because my goal at the age of 10 is that I want to lead my father's business to a more money making business. But I
Okay.
realized
Mm-hmm.
that it's not for me. When I realized that the business is not for me, but
Mm-hmm.
I still have hunger for money. So what are the other ways that I can make money? That's how I ended up feeling.
I feel whatever you're saying is a little bit still little bit complex for a
Yeah.
lot like for a lot of 10-year-old guys, even if it's complex for a lot of 20-year-old people, right? To have that self-awareness. Like I am talking about the phase or the thing that I'm looking for is how did you actually realize like this self-awareness? How did it actually come to you?
Now, self-awareness to leave school
Uh-huh.
was because I was bored,
Okay.
and I
Everyone.
just
Mm-hmm.
and when I went on Google, I saw that okay, I know history, I know geography, I know English, I know maths. How can I make money out of it? There
Okay.
was zero.
So money.
Yeah,
Full stop. Money.
money.
That's it. Okay. So let's talk about that. What changes do you think as education system has, or if you would get a chance to have a school, what changes would you make there in order to not have more or
Yeah,
just dropping out of the schools?
I would just increase the opportunity. I would first of all bring. I won't change schools. What
Mm-hmm.
I would do is I would keep a process that changes school every 5 years, because right now I might add digital marketing to as a school subject. I might add web designing as a school subject, but it would again change in 10 years. There would be
Yes.
a OJS again after 10
Yes.
years. Who would say that web design and marketing doesn't work? I need to learn something new to make money.
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
happened 10 years ago.
Yes.
So I won't do that. What I would do is I would make a process which changes the school system every 5 to 10 years, which changes the school subjects every 5 to 10 years, and
Yes.
I would have it on the basis of the students. The students will tell what subjects that are needed, because the students are the most self-aware in today's day and age. When they are holding a phone, they know the best for them.
Yes.
There's no one who should, especially teachers, because one thing that I realized was I have had a lot of fights with my teachers all through my school life.
Okay.
But what I realized is I don't have to fight with these people. These people
Mm.
make 30 to 40,000 a month.
Mm.
Who the hell are these people to teach me?
They are just doing their duties. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a person, like, school systems don't make sense right now. If I get a chance, I would
Mhm.
just change the whole process, and I would be willing to add new subjects and new forms of teaching. There should be a choice for everyone since the start, because you cannot divide people into three subjects: humanities, science, and commerce. You cannot do that.
Yes, it's too big to be a category.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. So if someone from a school, 15 years, 16 years, 17 years, I don't know, from which year, if someone is watching you, what things would you tell them to learn? One thing I would
Yeah.
tell is like learn how to learn, and that is
Yeah.
that sounds so complex.
Hmm.
It's a process. It's like
Yeah.
not a course
It's very
no
hard
course
for
can
us.
teach you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But what are the things you would tell right now, which is relevant right now, not after 10 years, not before 10 years, but right now? What would you mentioned digital marketing? You
I would
mentioned web
never
development.
say, I would never ever. The biggest mistake that people do with their
Mhm.
children is tell them what to learn. That's the
Mhm.
biggest mistake you can do as a parent or as a friend or as somebody. I have never told my friends ki learn Facebook ads, you'll make money. I have never done.
Mhm.
Why? Because everybody is different. Everybody has a different skill set of their own. Everybody has different interest. That's what I'm.
Mhm.
There's no promotion attached there, but I'm working on a company right now which does that. Which you
Okay.
exactly said. We want, what we do is we take these 14, 15, 16, even 10-year-olds. We
Mhm.
give them a psychometric test. We talk to them for 5 to 6 hours a month.
Mhm. Mhm.
When and then we give them a list of interests that would should be suitable for them.
Mhm.
Then we let them choose,
Okay.
because the choice should be always theirs. and then we help them to reach the place where they decide the end point. We help them reach. We give them the car
Okay.
to
Yes.
finish the.
Makes sense.
My
So
advice,
it's
yeah,
more of a asking, like not more of a telling.
yeah,
Like it's a two-way communication.
yeah.
It
You just have to. The first thing that you have to learn as a teenager, as a student, self-awareness. Realize what you like, what you don't like, and two major things that you need to learn. First is self-awareness, and second is acceptance with failure. Because if I tell you an example, when I was 13, I thought that game development is my thing because I have been into 3D and VFX. I have worked on movies. So I
Okay.
realized that maybe game development is something that I want to do. I'm because I love playing games. But I went into game development. I gave it a year, and I failed in it because I realized that it's not for me. But what I knew was that I have to get back up. I have to test in something else. Be experimental.
Yes.
So
So that's how self-awareness. I mean, you can have a self-awareness by
Yeah.
trying out shit. Just
Yeah.
sit down, write, and that's okay. So I'll tell you like a formula that I developed. It's a 3-step thing. So how to find the passion? Like it sounds
Yeah.
so romantic in these days, but I'll tell you like it's a 3-step formula that I created and I applied it myself, and a
Yeah.
couple of my friends worked really well, and I'm trying to tell the people that I'm getting on that.
Yeah.
So the first is experiment, and the second one is eliminate, and the third one is evolve. So how it goes, like in experiment you make a list of all the things that you think you are interested in, because there will be a lot of times when you believe okay, this is one thing that I like, but when you actually start doing it, which happens,
You won't like
which happened
it.
to you, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So create a priority list. So now the number one thing would be you right now think that you love the most, and then create all the lists like in the priority way. This and just start doing it for 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the first step. Experiment. And then after 6 to 8 months, ask yourself: are you still excited about the same thing in the same frequency? Yeah. So that would be eliminating. If you don't like it, eliminate it from the list. And in the process, if you think you like something else, also just make it on the list. Don't try to
Keep continuing.
don't try to divert from the thing that you have decided to learn for those couple of months or 6 months, right? And the third step would be evolve. Once you find something after 6 to 8 months, you like this, now I love this, just evolve, just go into it and just like triple down, double down.
Like I'll tell you, like one student was there in my mentorship program, like dropshipping mentorship, and he realized after like 15 days that dropshipping is not for him. And I was just cool. If you don't like dropshipping, what I'll do is I'll change the proper mentorship for you. I'll make a list what you want to do. I'll get somebody to teach you that. And he ended up on web design. I got one of my friends teach him web design for the same price, and then he also realized that web design is not for me. He ended up doing marketing. So this experimenting is, you have to keep experimenting. And still, after 6 years of experimenting, now I know that okay, marketing is for me. I even left dropshipping because I realized that dropshipping is again not for me. I'm just good at it, but that doesn't mean that I love it. What I love doing is marketing. So I switched. Keep switching.
Yeah, so that's what I want to say. Like, to shorten this thing, doesn't matter how much money you earn at the end. Yes, money feels good.
Yeah.
And you nobody knows it better than you, right? No 16-year-old knows better than you, right? If I can say that. So money feels good, but at the end of the day, you would want to end up with the thing that you can pursue for considerable amount of decades. I'm not talking about years, a considerable amount of decades. So that makes a lot of sense. And now, yes, for sure. One thing that I want to say, just ask, the book that you were writing, that you mentioned in one of our earlier talks, is it out yet?
Coronavirus.
Okay. So it will be out. As soon as it will be out, like, you just send me a link and it will be in the description.
As soon the pandemic is over, the book is out on Amazon, Flipkart, wherever a book is there, my book will be there.
Cool. So let's talk about that, because the book revolves around the problems of the typical high school or a teenager. Yeah. So let's talk about that. First of all, anything, the major problem that you see in teenagers these days, what is that, and how to conquer that in your perspective?
Major problem in teenagers, there's not one, but the biggest problem that I think and I feel is that they don't want to do anything. They don't have the hunger.
Mm-hmm.
That's not their fault. I'm not telling
Yes.
the teenagers are at the fault. It's the fault of the schools. It's the fault of the mid, because a very big chunk of the population in India belongs to the middle class, and the parents tell them,
Yes.
पढ़ाई करोगे, engineering, doctor, job, satisfied life.
Yes. Yes.
That's not
And
true.
it's not even their fault, I feel.
Yeah, it's not even the parents' fault, because that's what their parents taught them. So
Yes.
I feel the biggest problem right now is hunger. They need to be hungry for something. They need to be experimenting. They need to be self-aware. That's the biggest problem.
Mm-hmm. And how to have that? How to have that hunger?
If you like, just be open to opinions. Be open to research.
Mm.
Again, right? Take a piece to build that hunger. You need to be like, okay, if I take a piece of paper right now, I can write a plan till 2040.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to do that. Take a piece of paper, write where do you see yourself every year till 2040. If you are not able to write that, you are not hungry enough. Build
Yes.
that hunger. Then you see, then you again be in the experimental progress, and you realize, okay, this is where I want to see myself.
Yes.
When you realize,
So if someone is listening right now, I just want to clear, when you are saying hunger, it means that you are able to think beyond the things that have been told to you. That's what hunger essentially means, right? And and I would just like to add one more thing on whatever you said. Start listening to the people who are making no sense, right?
yeah,
And I'm not talking about scientific stuff. I'm talking about the real life stuff, right? Just Google this, like how to get a better life. That would be a good start if you have no,
like that.
if you have no, like no,
What I have
literally
seen
no
is,
idea.
I just gave my 10th boards. You know that. I just gave my 10th boards.
Yes.
What I saw, 70 people in my class were confused what to take for 11th and 12th. I know people who are in 12th who just passed 12th. They are confused what to take in college. I know people who graduated from college, now they are confused what to do in their life.
Yes.
So don't go up to that stage. Try to fix the problem at as early as you can.
Yes.
See what you want to do after graduation right now. I know what I want to do.
And
you should be doing
and to have that, I just tell this all the time. One thing, like audit your social media.
Yeah.
Like just know who you are listening to. That's one thing, right? Second thing would be just get in touch with your immediate, like if you are in 10th and you are confused, just talk to the people who are in 12th, and after talking to at least 20-30 of them, you will get to know that this guy is clear, I should listen to him. Everyone else is like also confused. So the more people you talk to, the more people you listen to, that would make like the clarity in your mind. Okay, this is like this. Talk 20 people in arts, talk to 20 people in commerce, talk to 20 people in science. You will get to know that. Right.
And if you don't find somebody, just go to Instagram, go to Gary V.
Yeah, and go to LinkedIn. Find a lot of people. If you can just get in touch with someone, like literally, just talk to someone, and many of the people are happy to help you. That's what I see. Right. So, any tips for the students? That's it. Simple as simple.
Basic tips would be start reading books, start exploring, start experimenting with your life. Especially in this time, dude, people I know students, I know people who are crying that pandemic is going on, there's a lockdown, I cannot leave my house, I can't party with my friends. Dude, write your interest down. This is the best time to learn skills. Go to Google, get courses, go to YouTube, learn stuff. Because that's how I can help you become a freelancer at 14, and you should be doing that. make some money. It's the best feeling in the world. When you get that check, when you get that money in the bank account, it's the best feeling.
Makes sense. Yes. Do stuff. So that's
Yeah.
the tip. Do stuff. Take action. Start doing. As Gary Vee said, treat Google as your mother.
Yeah.
Right. So, and be hungry, as you said. Makes a lot of sense. So, anything, the last thing that you would like to say to someone who is at any stage of life, not any 16 year,
But-
not any. Great.
Just whatever stage at your life is, first of all, realize that you are neither very young, you're neither very old. Even if you're 40, you're not very young, but you're not old as well. There's no age bracket for anything.
Mhm.
So it should not be an excuse. Like if I had to, I could have made an excuse at the age of 10 that I'm very young, I cannot do this. At age of 13, I could have said dropshipping, I cannot do. I am very young to do dropshipping. So age is just a number. Don't follow that. And without without being in respect of age, start experimenting, start playing with life. If you even have worked for 10 years in IT sector or in a job,
Mhm.
leave it. If you do, like, be happy. Choose happiness over money.
Great. So that would be the great ending of it. And like what I got from you and what I got from our conversation, not just now, even before, is like I feel very good about myself that I don't see someone as, way younger than me. Of course, you are younger than me in terms of numbers. But if I look at you the other way around, you are like older than me in terms of the experience in some field, in some
Yeah.
typical field, right?
We
So
both. Yeah.
so it makes like what I get baffled about is like people just think of from their ego, like from their gut, like their gut is being filled with ego, right? So this is a great ending of the podcast would be ki just don't think in terms of knowledge, not in terms of the years that other people are walking on the earth.
Yeah.
Great, man. Thanks a lot. This was great.
Oh, man. Thank you.